Hello and welcome to the strangest new car launch that we've ever organised. We've had all of the challenges and the planning and organisation without knowing, of course, if we'd still be in lockdown. But we were really keen to get as many of you as possible into the car before it goes on sale here in the UK. And I hope that the changes we've made have not inconvenienced you too much. So let me start with a brief overview of our heritage in electric cars. We first started looking at electricity as a potential drivetrain solution over 50 years ago. At the 1970 Tokyo Motor Show, we unveiled the EX005, a 1970s view of a futuristic electro-microcar, and it was clear that Mazda had an early interest in the technology. Over the years, we've shown a variety of electric concepts, all leading up to the MX-30 that we launched this month, our first battery electric vehicle. The trend in the industry is clearly towards SUVs, which now represent over half of our total sales, and the MX-30 fits this trend with its eye-catching design, unique and flexible packaging. In the current fiscal year, ending this month, we're planning to sell 550 MX-30s and 2,600 in a full year, with the GT Sport Tech expected to be the best-selling grade. Like every Mazda, the MX-30 is fun to drive, and the brief to the engineers was to produce a car that drives with agility and predictability and a natural feel, and early reports suggest that it met that expectation with a car that is one of the best driving EVs currently on the market. When looking at the car, it's clear that it's a modern interpretation of our prize-winning Kodo philosophy. It's naturally connected to the lifestyle of our customers rather than something that is alien and clinical, which we saw in a lot of our competitors' initial electric car designs. If we look at the exterior, you can see this translated into an overall simplified design that eliminates all unneeded elements, giving the car a premium curb appeal. The lower area has the SUV-like cladding that will protect the car in an urban environment. The bodywork has the beautifully honed surfacing that we've created for all Mazdas, creating a dynamic coupe-like shape with ample headroom inside. The freestyle doors remove the restrictive B-pillar and are a key element of the MX-30, reminiscent of the same door concept on our RX-8 sports car 19 years ago. However, side crash safety remains unaffected as the B-pillar is now integrated into the rear door, giving the MX-30 an excellent NCAP crash rating of 5 stars. Opening and closing the rear door is made easy through a vertical grip, and because the rear doors cannot be used before the front doors are open, the design is very good for rear passenger safety. Last but not least, the eco-friendly materials found in the MX-30 include artificial leather, recycled plastic bottles and cork. Cork, as you might know, is a reference to the beginning of our company 100 years ago as a cork manufacturer in Japan. The cork comes from the offcuts of bottle stopper production, so it's sustainable and uses cork that would otherwise be discarded. Over the years, we've worked hard to develop more premium interiors, and this example elevates Mazda to be comparable with premium competitors. So much of what defines Mazda is the spirit that has delivered what other manufacturers have perhaps rejected as too difficult. Not just technology, but in design and the market categories in which we operate. For example, creating the Mazda MX-5 two-seater affordable sports car when others were leaving the segment. And a petrol compression ignition engine when others said it was impossible. This belief in developing technology that others had dismissed as impossible led Mazda to develop the spark-controlled compression ignition engine Skyactiv-X. A technology that was considered too difficult to develop for commercial use, but offers class-leading economy and emissions that are now to be found in our Mazda 3 and CX-30 cars. The Skyactiv-X engine is an important part of our powertrain strategy. While electric cars are a very important part of reducing CO2, we still need internal combustion engines to power the vast majority of cars on the road today and in the coming years. The only way to ensure a low CO2 future is to improve the efficiency of these engines and to continue to develop them alongside greater electrification, hybrids, plug-in hybrids and battery electric vehicles. Most of our cars today already have mild hybrid engines. We're about to launch our first battery electric vehicle, the MX-30, and will launch a plug-in hybrid in the future. But a singular focus on one technology will not bring about the low CO2 future that the planet needs. We have to take a multi-solution approach to maximise CO2 reduction, and in order to achieve this, we must continue to develop the internal combustion engine to harness the benefits of more efficient combustion and ever greater levels of electrification. In combination, this has to make sense until the world is able to pivot to a carbon-neutral power generation, manufacturing and transportation solution. The purpose of battery electric vehicles is CO2 reduction, of course, and while BEVs are free from emissions at the tailpipe, in reality it's not CO2 free due to the vehicle production, charging and disposal processes, known as the life cycle assessment. It's clear that the manufacturing of batteries is a particular challenge in this equation. Comparing the CO2 emissions of battery electric vehicles and those of the internal combustion engine over the entire life cycle shows that EVs with smaller battery sizes tend to generate lower CO2 emissions than EVs with larger batteries, and they hit CO2 parity with the internal combustion engine cars earlier in the ownership cycle. Another benefit of right sizing is the effect on the drive experience. With a smaller and lighter battery, we were able to achieve the handling and ride that makes a Mazda a great driver's car. The MX-30 is probably one of the most fun to drive EVs on the market today, with an emphasis on the whole driving experience, not just straight line speed and acceleration. To give greater confidence, safety and a more satisfying driving feel, our G-vectoring control system, or GVC, was enhanced to eGVC+. With the standard GVC function, when entering a corner, more load is moved to the front tyres by a very small deceleration for better grip on the front wheels. When leaving the corner, now the unique new function of eGVC+ applies a small acceleration to shift the load to the rear tyres for better stability on the exit of the corner. This is enabled by much more accurate torque control of the electric engine. Let me highlight that this system is effective across all driving conditions, not only when you are pushing the car to the limit, as you will find in other systems such as torque vectoring. When added to the low vehicle weight, the eGVC+ enabled our engineers to make this car as good to drive as all other car models that we make. The steering and handling feels natural and stable and very familiar to anyone used to driving Mazdas, giving the MX-30 a dynamic performance that is superior to competitor EVs, which have a heavier feel, of course, due to larger batteries. We've also made the interaction with the car easier and more convenient with the introduction of connected services. We've launched a new version of the My Mazda smartphone app to provide a carefree and enhanced ownership experience. With an updated, intuitive design, new car connectivity features and improved security, the My Mazda app makes it easy for customers to interact with the MX-30. For example, beside vehicle locking, the battery condition and range can be monitored through the app. You can check how the battery is charging, and the air conditioning and heating can be operated remotely via the smartphone. Longer routes can be planned with My Mazda app and destinations sent to the vehicle's navigation system, including the finding of suitable public charging stations. And both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are supported in all new Mazdas. We use lithium cells with a total capacity of 35.5 kilowatts, which gives a WLTP official combined range of 124 miles and a city range of 165 miles. However, longer distances can be achieved with rapid charging. Which takes the battery from 20 to 80% in just 36 minutes on any charger over 50 kilowatts, and unlike some models, the car is capable of consecutive rapid charging. The electric motor offers 145 PS and 271 Newton meters of torque, so it feels very car-like in its performance and handling with a limited top speed of 87 miles an hour. With our right-sized battery concept, the battery weighs just 310 kilograms, which keeps the curb weight down to 1,645 kilos. This is not only beneficial for efficient electricity consumption, which is just 19 kilowatts per 100 kilometers in the MX-30, but with a larger battery, you're wasting a lot of energy just to move it around, and lightweight also enables better and more controlled acceleration. Even more important is how the low weight is a crucial element of the driving fun that's engineered into all of our cars. By right-sizing the battery, we meet customers' practical needs and also their environmental concerns. Using our digital service record data across all Mazdas being driven today, the average daily journey in a Mazda is 26 miles and is well within the capability of the MX-30 on a single charge. EVs make the most sense when you're able to charge at home, starting each day with a full battery. And so, from launch, customers receive a free home wall charger, adding to the convenience and the ease of ownership. And for most drivers, the MX-30 falls into their typical motoring needs, with occasional longer drive requirements that can be easily achieved with the use of rapid chargers. But we recognise that this is not suitable for every driver. For instance, high mileage commuters or anyone who has the need for regular long journeys in excess of 200 miles may seek something else, although the MX-30 might be their ideal second car. When the dealers are selling this car, the customer's choice should be qualified in much the same way as we qualify customers today to ensure that their fuel choice fits in with their lifestyle. The range starts from £28,545 before the £3,000 government grant is applied, and of course you get the high level of equipment that is expected in our cars. In SEL Luxe trim, the MX-30 is better equipped than many competitors, and when the competitor cars are spec adjusted, the MX-30 is even better value. A price walk of just £2,000 takes you to the Sport Luxe with enhanced equipment, and an additional £2,300 gets you to the top trim level, the GT Sport Tech, for just £32,845 or a little under £30,000 with a government grant, with one of the highest standard specifications at this price. The launch edition is a limited run of just 350 and comes with enhanced specification list representing great value for money at £30,495 before the government grant. But it doesn't stop at price. Residual values are also very strong, between 50.9% and 53.4% after 3 years and 30,000 miles. Depreciation is low and better than many competitors, enabling us to offer attractive purchase terms and giving customers the reassurance of future value. Thank you for your attention. I'm around during the day should you have any specific questions that you would like answered. All information is in our press pack and you can scan the QR code on your way out. So please come and seek me out or talk to any of the PR team, and I look forward to hearing what you think about our new car.